What's up, everybody? Cranky Yankee F1 here to give you another update, and this one is kind of shocking, and it's the fact that Haas has confirmed K-Mag and Roman for 2020. Now, had the whole Rich Energy thing not played out the way it did, this probably would have been incredibly shocking, but I think that's probably the only thing that kept them there. We don't know that honestly at this point. It seems a little convenient, but the fact remains, they have locked that in. Both of those drivers will be there. And honestly, considering that they're one more move away from not being in F1, you really can't blame them for something like this. You've got K-Mag with, 18 points. He's got 2 DNFs, though. Let's keep that in mind. And I actually want to link to F1FE's review of Grosjean because Matt's always been really fair about his take on Grosjean. Grosjean with 8 points in 17th place, came back in 16th. Roman's got 6 DNFs, and most of those are mechanical. The problem with Roman is his DNFs and just some of his moves are so in the spotlight. They're just not good, like how he spins out and some of the outlaps. Like that's, everyone can picture him wrecking under the safety car. So his, especially as of late, but then coupled with his history in F1, his ban, his crashing out and just being known for the crash master. So I'm actually going to link over to to F1FE's, not WTF1, F1FE's review of Grosjean, because again, I think that's a really fair take on it, and I want to push you guys to other creators anyway, when I think it makes sense. So, but yes, they've confirmed Magnussen, they've confirmed Grosjean, and that leaves the door wide open for Hulkenberg. So I'm not really sure what that means for Hulk. There's a few seats open, and this is actually Sky Sports reporting. So they've actually outlined the seats that'll be open, but here are the potential spots. You've got at the Red Bull. Remember, you got Alex Albon being promoted. I think he's going to keep that seat unless something dramatically goes wrong, especially after his maiden drive. Which I made a video about that. I'll also link to it. His charge at Spa, which the media coverage was horrendous, not showing that. But he had an incredible drive at Spa. And let's see what he does this week. But, in Singapore, so he's got the rest of the season to prove himself, but I think he's going to be fine. Toro Rosso, unless Hulk wants a seat that's competitive, I think that, he won't be next to the Alpha. He won't be next to Giovinazzi, who's probably going to keep his seat, but I guess maybe he could go to Williams, but we'll see. So I don't have any other confirming sources or anything like that, but I did want to show you, at least from the perspective, you got Sky Sports showing this too, of what are the actual open seats that exist. And really, it's just Red Bull, Toro Rosso, and Alfa Romeo, along with the Williams. Hulkenberg at this point may say, look, I want to either A, I want to compete, or B, I don't want to be in F1 anymore. So I think he's got a tough choice ahead of him. But you've with Singapore coming up, let's see how everyone performs. Hulkenberg has to keep performing. He's got a really good result there in the last race, finishing right behind Daniel Ricciardo for a strong result. But yeah, again, we can look at the standings. You've got Haas in ninth, but really they're only one weekend away from jumping Alpha. Giovinazzi has been pretty quiet all season, so it's really just Kimi pulling those points in. The Racing Point is hit or miss with Lance, but Sergio is obviously driving well, so they can have a quick climb with one good race. With the lap speed and the straight line speed they have in the Haas. I believe K-Mag has the lap record actually at Singapore, so they're just one weekend away. But I really just think at the end of the day, Haas can't afford another change, especially with this whole crisis going on with their they'll be running the new livery, so with their sponsorship, title sponsor. So it makes sense from that perspective, but the only thing to keep in mind is their points. I think, especially in Grosjean, I think Grosjean's still quick. He's just, he's got a lot of DNF. So you've got them confirming. I just want to give you the update, and by the time Singapore, I'll actually be writing about this. By the time Singapore actually comes out, the Cranky Yankee site will be officially done. So happy to report that to you guys. So a lot of these updates that you'll see here on the channel will actually also be on the website. So I'm just continually putting out news. I'll be putting out a Singapore Grand Prix article, so I'll probably start moving to that instead of these videos, because I could be more in depth in the writing. So I'll be putting out the preview here on the website, so crankyyankeef1.com. I'll link to it in the description. Make sure to check it out, guys. I really appreciate it. And yeah, by the time Singapore actually rolls around, it'll be ready and good to go. And obviously, just like these videos, I would love feedback. So it's really cool because you guys can be a part of the co-creation of the website itself, and it's for you guys. So I'd want you to enjoy it and for it to make sense. So thanks for checking this out. Haas to confirm their current drivers: Magnussen, Grosjean. Kind of unbelievable, but let's see what happens. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you at the Singapore Grand Prix, and thanks for checking us out.